Now she's looking at a specific, either it could be a target market, it could be an audience, it could just be because you really enjoy it, or because it actually can help your business if you are very specific like that. Because if someone is looking for a very specific result and they understand that when you goal set, the more specific your goals are, the more specific the outcome can be. Sarah, because her stance on weight loss is flexible dieting. So now
100%.
there would be, if I didn't categorize it into the smaller subgroups, there would have been 100 other people I would have thought about. But I thought of Sarah specifically now because her niche in the fitness industry is flexible dieting and weight loss personalized plans. Boom, I think of Sarah.
Wow.
Can you see the power of it?
I've got the power.
And now I want to flip it on its head. When can niches be a negative? And in my opinion, when you're just starting out, so say you've attended HFPA Academy, you've done your exercise science diploma, the first thing that you're going to need to do is get a lot of practical hours. So they do encourage you to go get practical hours by job shadowing and things like that, and it is a certain amount of practical hours that you need, but there's a completely different spectrum when you're in the real world. Now you're actually looking to get as much experience as possible. So when you're breaking out into an industry, I would say it could be detrimental for you to go into a niche right from the beginning. Does that make sense?
Yes,
because
yes.
At the moment you're just actually looking to gain as much experience as possible. You might not have enough experience. So say your niche wants to be athletes, but you've just qualified as a fitness professional, and you don't actually have the experience that you need in order to be able to say, I don't want to work with someone that just wants to lose weight. I don't want to work with someone that wants to do basic rehab. I don't want to work with old clients. If you need to be really good in your specific field of your profession until you can start to make those decisions where you can say no to work. So does that make sense?
So that would it be wrong of a student who's, let's say, studying our personal training course to already have found their niche?
I wouldn't think it's a bad thing to have planned your niche, because once you've qualified as a fitness instructor or an exercise professionalist, if you've done your exercise science diploma through HFPA Academy, then you've learned a lot. You've learned a little bit about a lot of things. So now this is where a short course could help. If you want to upskill yourself and you know that your niche wants to be more, let's say you want to be a kettlebell specialist. If you took a course with HFPA, obviously then you'd still be upskilling yourself, and then you could get to the point when you break out into the market and be like, no, I don't want to work with a bodybuilding client, I actually want to work with a functional client because now I've upskilled myself within the academy. So in that scenario, I would say a niche would be good because you're working towards it. But say you want to work while you're studying the kettlebell course, I would definitely say then try work with as many people, general population clients, as possible while working towards your niche.
Yeah, because I'm assuming that you obviously need to build your confidence as well. You need to basically become a pro at the basic stuff first, and then you start specializing. And that's, I mean, I know a lot of people who already want to start specializing and they're not even qualified yet. Guys, I get a lot of inquiries, people who want to specialize in pregnant clients and elderly, and they want to do kids development, but they don't even have a personal training qualification. But guys, that's why we have the prerequisite. A lot of people inquire about already wanting to specialize already, but they don't even have the basic, they don't have the fundamentals of how to even design an exercise program for a...
Can I stop you right there just for a second?
No!
Just for a really good example.
Fine!
When you're a doctor, you study for 9 years to become a GP, and then you specialize to become, it depends what, but maybe a surgeon. You don't start studying medicine in the state, like when saying, I want to be a surgeon. Medicine is going to be like, sorry, you need to learn the basics first. It's exactly the same thing when it comes to being an exercise professional. Tell us why, Sarah.
Exactly. Tell me why he ain't nothing but... Wow, that was beautiful.
It was.
Yeah, so like I said, if you don't have any prior experience, or you have no idea how to design an exercise program, even for someone who is a general population client, then how are you supposed to design a program for someone who requires a little bit more attention and is high risk? So remember, with high risk clients, if it's outside your scope of practice, you cannot train them.